Hello, everyone, and welcome to another day. And oh, this is looking awful. Awful it's looking. And welcome to another day. I see two people already and two likes. Okay, I hope something comes up here on my screen. I'm just finishing my breakfast, get that out of the way, and then I can continue with my. Hello, Stephen. How are you, Stephen? Good to see you. Bright and early. I just try to finish my breakfast as fast as I can. How's Martha doing, Stephen? Bonjour, Véronique. Comment ça va? Moi, très bien. Martha as well. That's good. That's good. Veronique, very well. Just miss sun. Oh, here also no sun, Veronique, no sun. For many days now, it's raining, it's dull, it's cloudy. Uh, I'm feeling cold again, the weather is cold again. So, yes, no sun. Otherwise, I will send sun to France. I will send sun to Reims, but no sun over here also. It would be better going to Pompeii. You're funny, Veronique. Joyce, good morning, good evening, everyone. Hello, Veronique, how are you doing? Hello, Veronique, Stephen says. Hello, Joyce, Stephen says. Joyce, good morning, Stephen. And Pita says hi to everybody. Joyce, that's wonderful. Veronic, Stephen, hello, Pita. I was in my room, and suddenly I said, why am I sitting in my room? The family is not here. I can come down, I can come down and sit and, chat comfortably with all of you instead of sitting on my bed. So quickly I rushed down and then I said, okay, I have some 10 minutes or so. Let me, start my breakfast and finish it. Peter, I said, hello all. Veronic, I like this topic because I went to Pompeii 5 years ago and climbed on Vesuvius. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Joyce, Veronica, you have really traveled many places, right? Yeah, but I was reading, in the thing, the new city of Pompeii is pretty far away. I think more towards the east compared to where it was first. First, it was just at the foot of Mount Vesuvius. It was just at the base of Mount Vesuvius, and that is why when the volcano erupted, all the ash and everything was so strong it just buried the whole city of Pompeii, and they never ever thought of rebuilding the city. It was just buried, so they just let it be buried. But it's many years later when they started with excavations and all. I was reading the thing. I think it's in my description part of it, but I'm just giving you something more what I was reading. So what they said was when they were doing excavations, can you believe they even found bread in the oven? Can you imagine that? They even found bread in the oven. It was baking at that time when this thing happened, like all ash and everything covered the whole city of Pompeii. But can you imagine when they were excavating bread in the oven they found, and so many things they found about, that civilization at that time. The only thing is they did not rebuild on that city. They did not rebuild over there. They moved more to the east and they rebuilt Pompeii again. So it's a whole brand new city, They found many things intact about their way of living and their way of life. But this is what surprised me. Bread was still in the oven. Bread was still preserved in the oven. It was still there in a bakery. Very interesting. I know I've come across in history when I'm learning. I've come across Pompeii or Pompeii. I don't know how they pronounce it, but never ever gave about the city being buried with this. I never learned it in my history books at all. So it was very interesting to read, and I read 2, 3 different articles, so you get different. I read something like from the Britannica. Wikipedia, people can add information, it's open. So I don't much trust Wikipedia. But I came across also Britannica. Britannica also gave a article about that. And then I try to see like from the particular country or something, some website in the country which will give information. That will be a little more authentic. Though of course I don't know, some countries will try to protect, and change and manipulate, they could. I'm not saying they do, they could. So that's what I was just this. So yes, so 5 years ago you went there. That's good. Good evening, Madam Pita. Joyce says. Veronica says, I see bread in the bakery. Veronica, I saw bread. It was like stone. Yeah, that's what they said. There was still, when they excavated, they still found, like in the bakery, they found there was still bread in the oven. Bread was still there in the oven. So People didn't have any chance to run away, right? No chance to run away. And I think they mentioned it was the population there at that time was about 10 to 15,000 people, I think. 10 to 15,000. I think I remember that. Not too sure. And just the whole city buried, everybody buried. I never liked history. I failed in history always. In grade 10, I gave up history to take math in grade 10. So, not even grade 10, grade 11 when I went, I gave up history. Up to grade 10, I studied. So, yeah, I remember reading, all the ancient civilizations, and there were so many they literally found the way of living and everything, but it was like so realistic. It was like as though it was alive underground. The civilization was just stopped dead, but it was like alive underground. It told a big story about their way of living and all. Veronic, there is an old movie about Pompeii disaster. In French it is Les Derniers Jours de Pompeii. I don't know in English. They found recently very nice painting. Okay. It's a French movie. Let me see if I can find it. I would love to see that. I would love to see. Maybe it's a documentary. Maybe it's a documentary. But I came across. I didn't read. I didn't hear the full thing. But I came across a video, and this man is talking. This man in the same thumbnail. The thumbnail I took. The thumbnail I took is from a video. The thumbnail I took is from a video, and in that video, this man is talking. This man is talking about the civilization. Unfortunately, I didn't have time. I didn't. I was preparing for my live stream, so I didn't have time. I didn't have time to literally, read, listen to that. I think, and the thing got deleted. The thing got deleted. I don't see it up there, so it got deleted. But I can always try to get that article back again, and I would like to listen to what he's saying. He's some great excavator and philosopher and all something like that. One second, just take my medication, okay? My medication. Okay. Steven says the headphone doesn't make much of a difference. Steven, I remember Steven saying whether the headphone is on or not, you all can hear me the same way. And also I noticed one thing, like when Shona was on my live, co-hosting with me, and she's singing, I cannot hear her singing through my microphone. So I do not know what is the problem. I know what is the problem. The problem is that my thing is my thing is adjusted to the inbuilt microphone, and not connected to this microphone. That's what I think. So I'm just wearing this for show. Yeah, I'm just wearing it for show. People say, "Oh, wow, he's got a headphone and all." Like Pita says, I also have headphone, but it doesn't have lights. You know, the lights, it lights up over here. That's why I keep it for my silent live stream. I keep this, you know. And Pita gave me the idea. She said, "Why don't you keep your headphones because it has some light?" And then I found these little Chinese lanterns. My daughter had used it for one of the parties she had for the kids. So it is just lying over there. So I took one from there. I said that the Chinese lantern like will be nice also to show, instead of the wall. So yeah, and Pita also told me like instead of keep it to some object instead of keeping it on me when I'm sleeping. It doesn't look nice. So yeah, I took the suggestion. Thanks, Pita, for that. So yes, so I would like to see that movie. I will try to see if I can find it. Let me see if I cannot copy from there. Okay, I'll have to go back and let me take a picture of it. Let me take a picture of the name of the movie in French. I'm sure it will be a documentary. Yeah, because after searching for the thing in my thing will be time consuming, so I can just see the picture and take it from there. Okay, so let's continue now. Many of these reports were made by British and Italian reporters, so Veronic says. Right, right. Ah, no, it's a film, not a documentary. Okay, a film. We had many reports about Pompeii and Vesuvius. Sorry, I don't like the English name. No problem. Any name by rose by any name will smell just as sweet. Uh, Main site says hello. Joyce, sir, if it features in geographical topics. Yes, it does feature in yes in geographical topics also, but I mostly came across it in history. History, the city of Pompeii. Stephen says my headphones don't have a microphone. I wear them so what I'm listening to doesn't disturb Martha. Okay, that gives me an idea that I'm going to I'm going to play a video because when Shona was singing, I couldn't hear it on my phone. I couldn't hear it on my headphones when Shona was singing, and that's when I realized, and connected with what you told me that even without my headphones, you can hear me equally well. So maybe there's something with my connections I have to check. So what I will do after my live stream, I'm going to play a video on the laptop, and I'm going to see if I can hear it in my headphones because that's the purpose of it. And if I cannot hear it in my headphones, I will see what I need to do to adjust. Maybe I have to switch between my laptop microphone and this headset. It's like my Bluetooth, right? When I'm using the Bluetooth on my phone, I have to get the connection done, pair it up with my phone. And when I'm using the laptop, I have to disconnect. I have to disconnect the Bluetooth from my phone. I have to disconnect. So I have to go off Bluetooth from my phone, and then only it will connect. As long as that Bluetooth is on, it will connect to my phone. It will not connect to the laptop. So I have to go off the Bluetooth on my phone and then reconnect it to my laptop. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to play a video and I'm going to see if that I can hear that video in my headphone. And if it's not, I'll play around with some connections and get that done. But today I have to fill up. I have to fill up, complete my form filling for my pension, and maybe Monday or Tuesday post it because nobody is here. I wanted to post it on Friday, but nobody is here. So I'll have to wait till when they get back, for somebody to go and post it. Maybe my son-in-law would post it. So I've decided I'm just going to stay here till I get my pension, because if I move from here, I'll have a lot more problems. I cannot call international numbers. It's, they keep you waiting for hours. Then I won't have access to my Canadian number, except with Wi-Fi I can use it, but otherwise I cannot. So, for phone calls, for OTPs, for codes and all these things. So I think I better just stay here. Once my pension, I know they tell me, yes, we have processed it. We are going to start paying you. This is how much we are going to pay you. We are going to start paying you from blah, blah, blah date onwards. Once they give me that information, I think then I will take off from here. I want to leave. I want to leave from here. I'm incapacitated, kind of. I just cannot go anywhere. So I want to leave from here, but I need to finish this. Already now it's the third month. I'm already into the third month. End of this month will be the third month that I'm here. So I want to post this thing. As soon as I post it, at least I hope within the 2 weeks they will give me some information. Then after that, I have to check for the cheapest ticket. Because you book last minute, tickets are costly. I cannot afford that. I don't have that money to pay for a costly ticket. Like I told you all, no, I paid 3,200 Canadian dollars for a one-way trip just to come here for a one-way trip. 3,200 Canadian dollars. That's too much money. Normally, I pay like 1,200, 1,600 Canadian dollars for a return fare. And I paid double that amount for a one-way fare. 2,193 or $97 or something like that. So almost 3,200. That's a lot of money, a waste of money. So once I get the confirmation from the government here about the pension, then I will look for a cheaper ticket. So I don't know how long it will take me. Even if it's not that cheap, but it should not be expensive. So, and now the problem is all one-way ticket. I have to book a one-way ticket to uh, Bangkok, and then from Bangkok, Thailand, and then from there I have to book a one-way ticket to Philippines. But when I go to Philippines, they will want to see a return ticket. So I want to check and see what I can do about that. Take a flexi ticket, where I can change the date, change the route, change something. So pay a little extra now, but in the long run, I will be able to change the route. And if I book from an agency, it's good. If I book from an agency, then what they would do is, they have an understanding and they give a good refund, or things like that. So booking to an agency is better. Let me see how it goes. So yeah, that is it. Let me read some more. I think this is the first time we are talking a lot more about this topic. Veronic, when I visited Pompeii, it was at the same time fascinating, nice, and very touching to think about thousands people died there because of the volcano. Yes, true, true. Like they said, about 10 to 15,000 people living at that time, and all buried, all buried. Can you imagine in the bakery if the bread is still in the oven? That means they never had time to flee, they never had time to run. And the city was at the base of the volcano. It was at the base of the volcano. So I don't know how far the city was spread out, but the ash and all, as when the volcano eruption takes place, the ash would go to a further distance, not fall immediately, right? But of course, the molten lava takes its time to flow over, right? And that would have been flowing down the mountain into the nearest part of the village, right? Whereas the ash and all would be blown further away, right? But it said like it completely covered the whole of the city, and everything perished, like everything perished. So I still talk about this bread in the oven. It's so fascinating to just think how it was still preserved under the ashes after so many years. It was still preserved under the ashes. So yeah, I just can't believe that. Stephen, I always think that the people in Pompeii died a very horrific way. Yes, true. Burnt, correct? It would be like burnt, physically burnt with no escape, no way to go. And if we get a small burn, like how it is, or even you catch in fire, like or whatever it is. But here, like you're just buried in hot ash, hot ash or hot molten matter, rocks, all the rocks and everything. Yes, horrific death, horrific death, horrific death. I can just imagine. The only blessing is death must have been quite instant, correct? Death would have been quite instant. They would have just choked and suffocated and gone. Hopefully. I hope that is how it happened. They would have just been snuffed out of life. Veronic, it is true when you see people petrified with lava. True, true. Many, many years ago, bodies were in houses. Now, bodies were in houses. Now they are just in a place. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible to just imagine and think of something like that. It's terrible. I know what hot ash feels like when it falls on you. Now, Stephen, what happened to you now? Another disaster? Bad enough what all you have faced through in life. Another one? But yes, I know when people are smoking and they are tipping their ash, and supposing the ash falls on your hand, wow, wow, it does burn that cigarette ash when it falls. And that is just a little bit of ash, right? It's just a small, tiny bit of ash that falls on your hand. And yes, it can burn quite badly. So now, Stephen, now what is the story about ash and you? Stephen, I think in your life there was no end to disasters. Thank God everything seems to be settled down now. Ash falls sometimes when inside a furnace working. Ah, and that ash must be even worse. Like I'm saying, from a cigarette butt, the ash when it falls, it burns a lot. So that furnace ash must be even worse. Wow. Ash falls sometime when inside a furnace working. Stephen, that reminds me. So when you go out to check on the site, when you go leave your office and you go to check the site, and what about the workers on the site? Are they wearing protective gear, like protective clothing, protective eyewear, goggles, or whatever it is, protective eyewear, protective clothing, protective gloves, because it's all chemical reaction also, right? Your furnaces are all also with things like chemical. You said if water mixes with it, then it can be a disaster. So each time you leave your office and you go down, do you have to be in your protective clothing, or are you in your protective clothing at all times when you are in at work? Interesting factor, interesting factor. uh, I would really like to know. Talking about what you said just now means there must be a lot of protective wear like there. Veronique says there are nice things to see like paintings and mosaic, but also spicy place like brothels. Really? Italy, no? Okay, okay. I like the way you put spicy place like brothels. Spicy, spicy. I think that you find everywhere, no? Everywhere you will find it. Southeast Asia is full of them. Go to Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, Philippines. It's full. It's not permitted, but yet it's so open. It's funny, it's not permitted by the government, but it's open in Thailand. Funny, funny system. Okay. My wife has been to Greece. I don't think she's been to Italy, but yes, she's been to Greece and she's seen all. Greece has preserved their ruins, all the ancient ruins. Greece has preserved it, my wife was saying. Even some temples that are half broken down, but they are preserved, they are still preserved in its ancient way. And to some extent, people try to just touch it up, restore it to a certain extent, but keeping the original as much as they can. They just, retouch it up, So, yeah, the ancient heritage in Greece, you said, has been. I know Lebanon also. I went, and there was oh, now again the name slips from my mind. Uh, there are some ancient ruins also there in Lebanon, and it is well preserved, well protected. But see, in these ruins also, people are walking, touching the pillars, leaning against the pillars and all. All that is wear and tear in years to come. Veronic, in last report I watched, they said it was like people had cooked nothing. It's like people had cooked nothing was staying as bones, brain, flesh. Oh, that people were cooked. Ah, right. Completely. I can imagine, like as though people were cooked. Everything gone, brains and everything. Yes, that hot molten matter. Oof. I've seen movies. I've seen movies with people running as this volcano is erupting and the lava is overflowing. And coming down the mountains. The lava is overflowing. I've seen as a kid. I've seen some movies like that also, and that is so terrifying, right? That's so much of hot liquid matter. Oof. Just you get burnt with water, you can imagine, no? If hot water falls on you and what it is like. Oh my God, how that is, I cannot imagine. Imagine the worth was for slaves. Yeah, true. Steven says, yes, PPE is required. Our uniforms are flames retardant. Gloves, boots, glasses, hard hats required. Aluminized long coats, okay, when working with the molten metal. Okay, so at all times you are dressed in protective wear. Yes, that is what I presumed. Wow, that's a lot of gear to walk around with. So you are all like the Iron Man. Interesting. Are there any women also working in the at the plant, at the furnaces? Are there women or are there only men working? Chona, good evening, all of you. One, two, three, four hearts. All four for Stephen. Yes, Chona, four hearts, all for Stephen. So, Chona, oh, more hearts. So, Stephen, tell us about your boyfriend, your new boyfriend on the church block, the new boyfriend on the church blocks. It's a wonder that Stephen has not asked about it, but I'm very interested to know. So, Ren, tell us about your meeting with your new romance in church. So, first of all, was he there? No women in the furnace department. Okay. Okay. No date. What happened? The Frenchman did not turn up? So sad. The crater of the volcano was very important, so wide and deep we could not see the end. And this volcano is still alive. Wow. So they allow you to still go up. They allow you to go right on top and watch it, or do you watch it from a helicopter, or what? Are you able to climb the mountain? Or is there any way to climb the mountain and go to the top? Because I think it's pretty high. So Yeah. So how can you go to the top of the mountain, to the crater? Can you go down and look? How do they have it over there? How is it? Stephen, the idiot was a no-show. Stephen, uh, is that because you're feeling sorry for Chona? You're saying the idiot was a no-show. So is it because you're feeling sad that Pitta did not have, or is it because you're damn happy that he did not turn up? Is it that you're sad that Pitta missed a date, or is it that you're very happy the idiot did not show up? I am happy the idiot did not show up, because I would have lost Chona, even if she doesn't like me that much. I, Even if she doesn't like me and only loves Steven, still. Good evening, lady. Good evening, lady Chona. He scared my ugliness. No, he said, listen, now, Chona, you have to stop this. You have to stop this. Okay? You have to stop it. I'm ugly. I'm not beautiful. I cannot sing. I don't have a voice. I'm this. I'm that. All negative things about you. STOP. Period. Okay? You have to stop this from now onwards. Talk about all the pleasant things, talk about the good things, talk about your what you can do, forget about what you cannot do. Okay, just stop it. You're in good company, you're with good friends, and that is what it is. And you're not ugly. Okay, you're not ugly. So, Ren, good evening, Po. I climbed the mountain and had a look at the crater. Oh, we can climb the mountain. Okay, Pompeii, you're on my list, on my bucket list to visit. Okay, you're on my bucket list to visit. Steven, sad for Chona. Okay, sad for Chona. Yeah, she went specifically looking out for him. Yeah, sad for Chona. Idiot, he only wanted to take. I told you, people who ask for handshake, and you know, men and women, at the first time you ask for a handshake, unless it's a formal business meeting and you shake hands with somebody at a business meeting, it is different. But like this at a church, somebody who wants to just shake your hand and somebody who wants to give you a hug at the first time, he's not worth it. I said that in the beginning only, right? That day when Chona mentioned, I said it at that time. Somebody who does that, a stranger for the first time meeting you, who asks for a handshake and a hug, is a no no. It's a red flag. It's a warning signal. I said it at that time. So not sad for Chona. I'm happy for Chona because he's not the ideal man. Chona will Chona will find her own man. I told you he's joking only. Only wants to hug me. Yes, he only wants physical contact, nothing else. You're right. I said it at that time also. All of you here, I pray to God that always good health. Yes, good health is the. I'm telling you, they say health is wealth, right? And I firmly believe in that. Health is wealth. I firmly believe in that. Just by the way, I see only 3 likes. Only 3 likes. So if you can, please, anybody hasn't clicked the like button, please do so. Click the like button, please. Thank you. Because I see 6 people on, but now it's gone to 4. Now it's gone to 4, from 3 to 4. Okay, so still, in case you haven't clicked the like button, please do click it. I saw an Indian, it's gone to 5. So there were many culprits here. I saw a very short this morning. There's a Indian YouTuber, and she came on for live, but she came on for just a few minutes. and she was speaking the Indian language, of course. But what she said was, I have many comments on my videos and my things. I have many comments, but I do not have as many likes as the comments. So she was saying, like, please, as soon as you come to my channel, can you please click like? You're commenting, but please click like. It takes you less time to click on the like button than it takes you to uh, you know type in a comment. And it's so true. And like I replied, because I came in and saw that it was supposed to be live, but I'm looking at the recording, and it was like maybe about 3 or 4 hours passed, and I was number three for the like, number three or number two for the like. So and there were so many comments, and I wrote, no, I first click on like and then I comment. Many people get carried away, you go straight to commenting and then you forget, you say, okay, I'll click on like afterwards, and you forget. And the like button does help with the YouTube algorithm. Like button does help a lot. So, and it not only helps with the YouTube algorithm, but it's like normal, like, like even I, in the beginning, I sent some subscriptions for some people, right? Some people on Shona, I'm sorry, you were not a YouTuber at that time. I kept telling you, but you were not a YouTuber at that time. So I sent some subscriptions to many people, right? So it's always some people, when they go and they see, oh, two subscriptions, five subscriptions. Oh, this person has been here for 1 month, for 1 year, for 5 years. Not much subscriptions means the person's channel is not good. People think like that, and then they just walk away. Like, they don't even have to view your channel. They can see the description, and then no need of clicking on this. When the notification comes, no need. So same thing with likes. You see like 100 likes. Oh my gosh, 100 people have liked this, and they know if there are 100 people who have liked it, that means there's at least about 300 people that have seen it, or viewed it. So from that point of view, yes, for popularity's sake, yes, views are important, likes are important, because it is for the people. When they see more likes, they see more views, then they are tempted to give a look at the video. Okay, let's just see what this video is about. Why do so many people like it? Why are there so many views? Let us see. So they go and they watch for some time, and they are contributing to the view by watching for some time. So yes, from that point of view, yes, it is good. It is good. But from the watch hour time point of view, it's only the view duration. Veronique, bonjour, Shona. Ren, hello, Veronique. Yeah, I was fascinated when I saw this Pompeii, buried, and that too it was AD 79. I said, oh my God, that's like what, more than 2000, like you can say 2000 years ago, right? Anno Domino. So I said, like, wow, this is a good topic, like, and immediately I connected it with what I read in history books, and I never read anything about the city being buried and, things like that. Yes, so I was. Ah, Ren, you're the culprit number four. Ah, right. L4, you. Correct. But anyway, you just came also, right? No problem. But I'm happy, Chona, the guy didn't turn up. If he turned up, could be he was sincere. That's what that's what I cannot fathom out. There are so many sexpats. That's what they call them, sexpats. They are coming to these countries only for one thing. That's all, nothing else. That's the only reason they come to these countries, and they prey on these women. Try to say they love them. They, this, that, and the other. And after they've had their fun, they are off. It's a very tragic situation. Like, I believe I believe one of the reason is that it's very expensive to have a condom. It is very expensive to buy a condom, and that is why they don't insist on it. But it's expensive for a Filipino man to buy a condom, but the result after that of the woman being a single mom taking care of her kid, sometimes without having a proper job, is that cheaper than buying a condom? I sometimes wonder, is that cheaper than buying a condom? They should put their foot down. You want it? You take protection, right? But I don't know. That's culture. Is it culture? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. All the woman has to say, you want it? You take protection. That's it. You cannot afford protection. You cannot afford me. Veronic, danger is always there in Pompeii because they have the volcano fields always ready to explode. Yeah, you're saying it's still alive. It's still a live volcano. So true. You never know when. You never know when it can explode. In fact, later on, I'm going to go onto my map. I'm going to go onto the map, and I want to see which part of Italy is Pompeii. I want to find out which part of Italy is Pompeii. Very interested to know. Very interested to know. Uh, Veronic, it is Campania area. Okay, I will check that out. I have to go. Wish you a good Sunday. Okay, Veronic, thank you so much for being here and contributing so much to a personal experience, right, of yours that you have gone there to this. Joy, Veronic, I'm going to send you a separate message, okay? I'm going to send you a separate message, and yeah, you write back to me and tell me what you think about it, okay? So I will send you after the live stream. Uh, so have a good day. Have a good day. Bon journey. Bon journey. I don't know if the pronunciation is correct. Bon journey. So have a good day. Have a good day, Veronic. Stephen, I don't want to live close to any volcano. Doesn't seem worth the risk. I guess people have to live somewhere or the other, correct? And I'm sure if they had an option, they would move and stay somewhere else, right? But I don't know. I don't know. Look at Florida now. Florida is a land of hurricanes, right? And it's always getting destroyed and rebuilt, but people are still living there, right? People still living there. People are still living close to the beaches. People are still living close to the sea, the ocean, right? They have their nice summer vacation houses and all that, and they know it is always going to be a danger, but they live there. So they live there. The whole of New Zealand, Australia, Southeast Asia, they are all on tectonic plates, right? They are all on tectonic plates, and you never know when what is going to happen under the sea. And that's why all the tsunamis and all that took place, like the 2004 worst tsunami ever, So, what blew me was that tsunami in 2004 spread right across up to East Africa, right up to East Africa. So can you imagine, started near Indonesia, near the island of Sumatra, and spread right across to East Africa. So you can imagine the extent of the undersea movement because of just one small single earthquake. But people are living there, right? They know they are living under a time bomb, right? It's like a time bomb, a walking time bomb, but they live, right? They live. So I guess it's like that, Stephen. I guess it's like that. As Chona says, it is what it is. Yes, Chona, it is what it is. Thank you, CK, for being here. Thank you. Thank you, CK. I'm traveling now to my house in Kaluokan. Okay. Joyce, good evening, Aling. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Aling, good evening, ma'am Joyce. Do, 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 do. They say you found somebody new, but I don't want. I have to get the lyrics again. They say you found somebody. They say you found somebody new, but I know no one else but you. How can you live without regret? All the love I had for you. They say you found somebody new, but I know no one else but you. How can you live without regret? Am I that easy to forget? Do 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 before you go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Peter says I'm going live at 9. Going out now for live stream. Okay, Peter, carry on. Vaya con Dios, my darling. Vaya con Dios, my love. Wherever you may go, I'll be waiting. Do, 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 do. What a dull day today. I have to keep the light on, otherwise it will be very dark. But I could switch off the light and I could open the blind, right? Why have the light on, right? I don't believe in wasting. I don't believe in wasting. I spend but not waste. So let me see. 1 minute. Okay. And God said, let there be light. And God said, let there be light. And there came to be light. Only thing the light is, coming straight on the, this is the problem. The light is against me. The light should be coming on me, right? Let me see. I am against the light. So let me, go the other side and let me see. I think it will be better if I'm sitting the other side and I don't need to charge my phone for now because there's no charging port or connection this side, you know. Okay, this is better. There is some light facing me and no light on the screen, so that is good. I almost dropped my mug. Oh, whoa, disaster. Okay, Pita said she was going for a live stream. Okay, that's done. Now let me see. Anyone else? Only muted. Still here, only muted. Yeah, this is better. And the light is off and there's enough light, you know. Why waste electricity, right? You're paying for it. I always believe don't waste, you know, don't waste. See, when we were back home and all, it was okay. But like even in Dubai, Okay, in Dubai, we are paying for water and electricity, and we are paying high bills, right? And Canada also, it is even higher still, right? Higher still. So what I used to do. Now, for example, you open the faucet, right? You open the faucet. Let's say you want to wash. I want to wash this mug. Let's say I want to wash this mug. Okay. So I open the faucet. Now, when I open the faucet, the water is flowing with full force, right? The water is flowing with full force. Now, sometimes we may try to adjust it and lessen the pressure of the water, right? We may try to lessen the pressure of the water. And then what happens is, it's a struggle to get it into a lower pressure. And so in the end, you say, to hell with it, just open the tap and wash. You wash it. Then you're soaping it. And then you're going to rinse it out again. And during that whole process, that faucet is running. That's water wastage, right? It's water wastage, first of all, which is becoming a scarce commodity soon. And the second thing is that you're paying for that water wastage, right? You're paying for it. So what I used to do is sink, under the sink is the valves, right? Where the water enters, the water comes in and goes out, and there's a valve. So what I used to do is I used to lower the pressure of the water from there. You know? So when you open your tap, even if you open it fully, it doesn't rush out. There is just enough water. There's enough water for somebody to use, whatever. And my wife used to get very annoyed with it, but I said, listen, you're opening a tap and it's full in force, and then you're soaping everything, and when you're soaping everything, that water is just flowing. I said, for me, it's a waste. Don't waste. For me, it's like that. Don't waste. You may call me Mr. Scrooge, you may call me stingy, you may call me a cheapo, you know, call me any name you like, but because I remember even when we were growing up in India, I remember India is not a very rich country, especially at that time, right? It was considered a poor country. But when I was growing up, my mom always told us never to waste food, never to waste food. And she used to always point out to the people in Africa where the kids were suffering. They never even had proper drinking water. They do not have proper food to eat. And then on documentary, when you watch TV and all in those days, or black and white TV, that too, and you see these African countries, their ribs are showing, the poor kids, their ribs are showing, big bellies, thin faces, that those pictures are etched in my mind, they are etched in my mind forever. Watching those pictures, they are etched. And I used to agree with my mom that, yes, not that if I throw the food out, or wasting food, there's no way I'm going to send it to Africa for those kids over there, right? But the very thought of that, in some part of the world, people are literally starving. And I have seen, even in India, I've seen, people eating from the garbage. What a horrible thought that is, no? Somebody eating from the garbage. That's why I remember, hotels, how much of food is thrown out, right? How much of food is thrown out? How many times people would order dishes and, leave the food like that? And all that food used to just be junked. All that food used to just be junked. Then I think somebody started, I don't know whether it's still a practice today, but somebody started with not the food off the plate, but the food off the dishes. You bring food in a dish, and from the dish you serve into your plate. So at least the food that is in the dish is still intact. It's still good, right? Still good. Somebody can eat it. And I think some of the hotels, they started with whatever food is left in the pantry, for the day, cooked food, which cannot be kept for the next day. They started giving it out to the poor people, to eat. And that's such a wonderful gesture to do something like that. So yeah, I've grown up. I've grown up. I've had money. I've not had money, but what I grew up with has remained with me in my mind and in my life. There was a time when I was earning a very good salary in Dubai, very, very good salary, almost $6,000, 6,000 Canadian dollars, 6,500 Canadian dollars a month, tax free. And still, I remember people who used to go to Dubai and come back to India. Oh, you'll find them traveling by taxi. Everywhere is taxi, taxi, taxi. They'll never go by bus. I used to wonder, okay, you're earning good money. Okay, you want to live a luxurious life, but you forget your previous life. And money has an end. Money has an end. And I always say, nobody, nobody can save up enough money to last for a retirement. Nobody can save up enough money. You work your whole life and all your savings when you retire, that savings is not going to be enough to last you for your whole lifetime. Impossible. Let's say you live to 100 years. It's not going to last you. What about sickness? What about ill health? What about this? What about that? What about inflation? Your savings will not last you. Pension, yes, you're getting your pension, you're getting that money every month, but that's like an income, right? But if you just have savings, and I always say, even with millionaires and billionaires, all right, they invest the money to get more money. It's not like, oh, I become a millionaire now, let me sit down, stop working, let me not do anything, and I live on my millions. Till I die, I will live on my millions. No, because their lifestyle will cost $1 million a month to live the lifestyle that they have used to living, correct? It will cost them $1 million a month to live that lifestyle. And so to live that lifestyle, they need to get more than $1 million, right? So they would also invest their money wisely so that they return, so that is still income, right? That's what they do. They don't just sit with a saving of $1 million and say, oh, now this will last me a lifetime. That 1 million may last a very poor person a lifetime, right? But not a millionaire. So this is what I always say. Nobody can have enough savings. So you have to go slow with your savings. You never know, you cannot splurge. But yes, when you get your pension, you're going to get that every month, come what may. So if I spend my full pension this month, I don't have to worry. I know next month it's coming in, right? But savings, no. I always believe in that savings. So I like to spend, but spend wisely. I like to spend wisely. That's my personal thing. Steven says, I guess I'm lucky that I don't have to pay for water except electricity for the pump. Okay, a lot of underground water, right? Bowel, kind of a bowel or something you have. Yeah. I was asking my daughter also, but she said they don't have out here. They don't have. They don't have water pipes out here in this rural. It's Can you believe it? It's literally a 3 minute drive into town. Literally a 3 minute drive into town. But no, it's considered a rural area, and they do not have government water pipes and all coming over here. They don't have. If you want it, if you want to have it, yes, you can have it, but you have to pay for all the digging and laying out of the pipes from the city to your place. You have to pay for everything. Wow, come on, come on, it's the government. If they fix up those pipes, from those pipes they can take connection to other places, right? So with the result, they have a big cistern, and they have to get tankers coming with the water. They fill it up in the cistern, and then you have to use it from there. So you pay for that water, for a whole tanker of water, and then you use it from the cistern, and as the level goes down, you start filling up again fresh. So that is how they have to do it in the rural areas here. So yeah, I'm lucky I don't have to spend. That's good, Stephen. That's really good. Like I went to this particular place in Thailand to help that resort owner, to try to get foreigners to come and retire there and blah blah blah. So there it was all same thing, a pump pulling up underground water, and there was no need of expense for water, no expense for water, but only the electricity. Yes. So like they were putting down the when we were planning to have, like, supposing the foreigners come to settle there, how are you going to give them on a monthly basis? Like, what are you going to provide for them? So we included a water charge. included a water charge equal to a little more than what the government rate is, right? Because hotels and all, they charge maybe 2 or 3 times the government rates, or you take a place on rent, they charge you 2 or 3 times the government rate. Where I was renting, the government rate was about 5 baht or something per unit, not even five, three baht or something per unit, but we were paying about seven baht, so more than double, 7 baht per unit for the water. Yeah, so they charge you much more like that. So yeah, so in this province there was a lot of underground water. But I said you will put a charge for water, because people are renting it out. So you put a charge. So that is your total profit, in a way, total profit. Uh, Ren, wash dishes while watching. Thank you, Chona. Thank you, Chona. Stephen, there is a water line running along my property, but our well is good, so I never got hooked to it. Yes, if there's lots of underground water, why you want to pay for water, right? That's what I was asking my daughter if there's a lot of water underground, and she said no. The soil over here is mostly clay soil, clay soil. So because of the clay soil, there's not much water underground. So it is what it is, right? It is what it is. It's nice. No, we started out with the topic, and where all we go. I love the way we move from one topic to another, and we cover so many things, and I learned so many things in the process. Really wonderful. I feel like I've been talking for ages, and I've just passed a little more than 1 hour. I'm just watching. I passed just a little more than 1 hour, but I feel like I've been talking forever. Time has passed very slowly, I think, but I feel like I've been talking for a long time. I said, let me see the time, and I said, oh my God, it's only a little over an hour. Choo, 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 choo. I hear footsteps slowly walking. Doo-doo-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo. Darling, this will be goodbye forevermore. Do-do, do-do-do, do-do. Do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. There goes my only possession. There goes my everything. I hear footsteps slowly walking as they walk across this lonely floor. Choo, 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 doo, doo, doo. Joyce, Stephen, in Jamaica, we pay a monthly water and sewage bill. Yeah, I guess in the cities, you would pay that. Yeah, we were paying in Dubai also, and this is something new they added. The sewage bill. But yes, in Canada we pay that separate for everything they will charge. Yeah, I think my headphone is useless. There's some connection that has to be done. Darling, this will be goodbye forevermore. There goes my only possession. There goes the one of my dreams. There goes my only possession. There goes my everything. I can imagine when I see the real lyrics, it will be so different from what I sing. There goes my only possession. There goes my everything. I hear footsteps slowly walking as they gently walk across a lonely floor. And a voice is softly saying, and a voice is softly saying, darling, this will be goodbye forevermore. There goes my reason for living. There goes the one of my dreams. There goes my only possession. There goes my everything. As my memory turns back the pages, I can see the happy years we had before. Now the love that keeps the old heart beating has been shattered by the closing of the door. There goes my reason for living. There goes the one of my dreams. There goes my only possession. There goes my everything. There goes my only possession. There goes my everything. In addition to electric bills, yes, Joyce. Stephen, people in towns here do. There isn't any sewage here to hook to. Just have your own septic system. Oh, so you produce your own fertilizers, huh? But what about in the city, Stephen? In the city with apartments and all that, you cannot have your own septic tank, right? So they must be having sewage and drainage and all in the city, right? There goes my only possession. There goes my everything. In the rural areas of Jamaica, the people build catchment tanks. They, however, buy drinking water in the supermarkets. Right, true, true, true. Towns have water and sewer bills, right? The towns would have it, yes. Towns and cities, not the rural areas. Like here also in the rural area, water has to be brought in the tanker, filled in the cistern, and they bring the big gallons of distilled water, and they have the dispenser. You can see the dispenser there. So they have the dispenser for the hot and cold. So it's very nice system because normally I've seen you have to invert the big gallon of water. You have to invert it from the top, and then in Thailand I've seen it, in Philippines I've seen it, Pitta has one like that. You have to lift it and put, but here it is down. The lower portion you open and keep the thing down. It's so wonderful. And then there's a tube and the tube is taking the water, siphoning the water up there. So yeah, that's a very nice system. It's all enclosed. All this, not like that big ugly thing on top of your dispenser. So yeah, even in hospitals and all, I see that big ugly thing on top. But it's a very cool system that they have here. So it's very nice. Everything is hidden, even the big, the gallon of water. I don't know how many gallons that is, but it's well hidden. Well hidden. There goes my only possession. There goes my everything. I hear footsteps slowly walking as they walk across this lonely floor. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. The older houses in Jamaica have a strange pit. Sorry, the sewage pit. Right, right. When it is full, you will call a sewage company to empty it. Okay. Stephen, our well water doesn't taste very good, so Martha buys drinking water. If we filter the well water, it tastes good, but Martha still won't drink it. We talk about these spring waters and it's coming from the spring and all. Tell me, Stephen, is it really coming from a spring? Is it really coming from the mountain tops that these companies are filling the water? I doubt it. I doubt it. You know, what is this thing about the bottled filtered water? What is it? I think they have so many of these osmosis machines. I think that is better, the osmosis machines where you can go and fill water. But the only problem I think about those public ones is how often do they wash the candle or whatever it is called, the candle or the thing in the purifier system. You're supposed to this because even the water, if it's getting filtered, it leaves behind some residue. That residue should be cleaned, right? So I do not know how. I remember when I first went to Thailand and I was renting this apartment. I was buying this distilled water from out, these cans. And my landlady told me, "Why are you wasting money buying that? It's so expensive." And I said, let's say, for example, it is about $1.50 for a 5 liter can of water. Okay, $1.50 it is, right? So she said, like, she's and the machine was just outside the apartment, as before you enter the main apartment building and the lobby area, the machine was there. And even when I went to the other province, we had to come down and they had an osmosis machine there, and that was looking very clean and nice. The building was new when I went in. Like I was the first occupant in that particular room also. So landlady told me, no, I fill up water from here also. So when I fill water from there, it costs me when I fill up a 5 liter water, which I pay about $1.50 outside, okay? And I'm talking about $1.50, all right, for the 5 liter can. But when I fill it up from the osmosis machine, how much would I pay? Uh, and sixth, about 10 cents, about 10 or 15 cents I would pay. Yeah, 10 or 15 cents I would pay for 5 liter water. Whereas if I bought it from the supermarket, I would be paying $1.50. Why waste money, right? I think the purifier systems are thousand times better than the buying distilled water from outside, because I don't believe it is really, it is really that type. And especially when you read the label. The label says coming from the fresh mountain springs and all. What fresh mountain springs? I don't believe that. Stephen, we have underground septic tank and large leach bed. Okay, not sure about that. Stephen, osmosis machine in town need to be 25 cents a gallon. Now it is raised to 35 cents. Wow. How many liters to a gallon? One gallon is equal to about little less than 4 liters of water. Okay, 1 gallon is 4 liters, less than 4 liters. So if you're buying a 5 liter can, I'm paying like 35 cents for 1 gallon. So it'll be about say 40 cents, 42 cents, 42 cents to a 5 liter, roughly. Wow. In Thailand, it would cost me just about 10 to 15 cents. And how much is a gallon of water in a supermarket, Stephen? Bloom and grow forever, Edelweiss, Edelweiss. You look happy to greet me. Blossoms of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, you look happy to meet me. 1.49 gallons, 1.49 for a gallon in the supermarket. Wow, yes. That's why I said, no. In Thailand, also the water costs you about one and a half, dollars for a 5 liter. So almost same price as US, right? Same price as US, about one and a half. Because in Thailand, one US dollar is about 32 Thai baht, and you're paying roughly about 47 to 50 baht, So that's why I'm saying it's about one and a half, roughly about $1.50. So yeah, same price as we are paying in Thailand, same price there. But yet, if we fill up from the osmosis machine, about 15 cents, say maximum 15 cents. The song Edelweiss is from the movie The Sound of Music. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, you look happy to meet me. Small and white, clean and bright, happy to greet me. Blossoms of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. That was a good raise, huh, Stephen? 25 cents to 35 cents a gallon is quite a steep increase. Joyce, our water that comes in our pipes is potable. Hence, it is good for consumption. Okay. They say also in Canada you can drink the water that comes from the faucet, but the notion is so great in people's heads that no, buy the bottled water. Stephen, well, my well water picks up. My well water picks my my well water picks has sulfur in it. Sulfur in it from underground coal stems. Okay, right. Sulfur. We can drink it straight from the pipe without us getting sick. That's good choice, if you can drink that water direct. But buying filtered water and all is a very big expense, very big expense. Thank you, Pita. And my heart wouldn't be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountain. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulder. Raise me up to more than I can be. I like spring water. Yeah, but that's why when these people advertise on the water bottles spring water, I don't know whether they are really getting spring water or in the bottles or what they are doing. I don't believe in that. But yes, spring water is really good. I've been to like to the hot springs and all, and you see the water when it cools down. That water is really refreshing, very refreshing. And normal spring waters also are very good. When troubles come and my heart burden me. And they say these mountain streams and all are actually very good water to drink. They get purified by coming through all the filtration system, natural filtration system of the sand and the mud and all those kind of things are purifying it naturally. And so all those streams that keep coming down, think they are really, you can just drink the water from there. It's good. I know when I was doing my teacher's training, we had gone down these mountain slopes and we were drinking the water from those streams coming down. I have some nice pictures. I don't know where the photo album is. And my family, they don't know because what happened, they were putting everything into boxes and labeling, but then the people that came to do the packing, they just threw any and everything and mixed up everything so everything is now mixed up. So they don't really know in which box is what. It's so sad. And they are trying to now open out, now that they got their own house, they are trying to open out one every weekend. One or two boxes are opened out and checking to see what it is, and then it goes back to. I went there, but it's such a mess, and I'm not going to open every box just to look in where it is. Leave it. Stephen, in Ohio, agency will test water and okay well water for drinking. If you tell them it is spring water, they won't okay it for drinking. I don't know why. Yeah, I also don't know why. I guess they can test the water, right? They can test the spring water. They can test it and see. As they test the well water, they can surely test the spring water. I don't know why they would not okay it. I guess it's all commercial. Spring water is free, right? So why? No, I guess. And if they are not testing it, then how is it all the bottled water says on the label spring water? That means it's not good. How are the inspectors allowing that? How are they allowing all the bottled water which says spring water? How are they allowing that? That's why sometimes the system they have gets me. It gets me. On one hand they want to say this, on the other hand they are closing their a blind eye. It's really stupid. It's really stupid. Hello, CK. Have you reached home, CK? Did you reach home, CK? Or still traveling? Spring water is a big business venture. Yes, it is a big business venture. But like I'm just saying, now Stephen is saying in Ohio, they will come and test the well water and approve it for drinking if it is can be approved. But they will not do it for the spring water. So why? That bottled water is saying on the label spring water. That's what it's saying. And they are allowing that. But they will not test the spring water and say, okay, you can drink from it. Why? Okay, CK, good you reached home. Yeah. Imagine you had to go home yesterday and then again today you have to go to come all the way back to work and then again go in the evening. You have an off tomorrow, right? Tomorrow you have an off, right? So you'll have an extra day at least to be with your sons. How is your son feeling now? Better? Is he better? And who is it, the younger one or the older one? Let me just get myself some more water. I drink a lot of water, a lot of water. Here I'm not drinking that much because the weather is a little cooler, but I still drink, and hot water. The only thing I have to cook is rice because I have. Let me remove the headphones. The only thing I have to do cook is rice because I have a chicken. Spring water is a big business here. Yes, I am home. Yes, host. Okay, good. Good, CK, good. Last night I kept on my live stream. I didn't get many watch hours last night. The chat duration, the chat view time was very low. But I stayed up to midnight. I stayed up to midnight trying to chat and promote. Pita also said many times, go to sleep, go to sleep. But no, I said, I, I want the chat rate to build up. But the chat duration was very low. I'm not really ambidextrous. Okay, I'm not really ambidextrous, but there are many things I like to do. There are many things I do with my left hand, and there are some things I do with my right hand. And for example, now when I'm drinking anything, I always prefer to drink it with my left hand. And maybe yesterday, if you saw me drinking, I was drinking with the right hand, but the handle was still facing towards the other side. The handle. It's just that it was for convenience sake. But like whenever I'm drinking anything, I'm always drinking with the left hand. Whenever I'm driving, I'm always driving only with my left hand. I don't use my right hand. Only with my left hand I'm driving. So I feel my left hand has a stronger grip. If I have to open a bottle or something, I will try with the right hand, it doesn't open. I try with the left hand, it opens. So I feel my grip in the left hand is stronger, but I do a lot of stuff in my right hand. Like my writing and everything is all with my right hand. I cannot write with my left hand. I can write, but it won't be neat writing. But yeah, with my right hand is for writing. And Sometimes even for lifting and carrying, I use my left hand a little more than my right hand for lifting and carrying something. Like if I have to carry this gallon of the 5 gallon of drinking water, right, to lift it up and keep it on top, I would find it easier to carry it on with my left hand than my right hand. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. Another nice song, Sound of Silence. Better, this is more convenient. Sound of Silence, Simon and Garfunkel. Lovely. Stephen. Okay, I'm going to go work in my garden. Okay, Stephen. Yes, do carry on. Take care. Right hand is for the gear shifter when driving a manual. Okay. Yeah, true, true. Okay, Stephen. Um, yeah, maybe I'll just stay 10 minutes. Okay, I can wind it off also. What does Pita say? Pita says, sorry that I, sorry that I too was peeping once in a while, doing so many things. Today, today I watered the plants, have the dogs bath, clean the house, thinking of the speech which I wasn't able to do. Yeah, we have to do what we have to do, right? We have to do what we have to do. So that is why I didn't want to go off my live stream last night, Pita, though you kept telling me, and I just struggled to stay awake. I was very tired, I was very sleepy, but I struggled to stay awake. But you know, after midnight, my blinkers, they come on. Then I don't know. My laptop was showing no Wi-Fi problem, and my laptop was showing still working. But even on the phone, when I'm looking at my when I'm looking at my silent live stream, or even on my phone, it was going round in circles on my phone. So, and as CK said maybe something wrong with my camera. So maybe, but where to go and look at camera links and all that. So then I decided shut it down. It's better. And Chona already said, okay, bye. I'm going off to some others. I'm going to support another uh, somebody else. So I said, yeah, I might as well shut it down. And she said also on the chat, she told some the others, like she think I'm telling Winston to shut down his live stream. So yes, I decided. I even restarted my phone to see in case there's an error. But all our phones cannot have the same error, right? Because normally when the thing is going off, it says unable to connect. So correct. What CK said is correct. It must have been a camera fault. Everything else is working. Connection is working. Wi-Fi is there. It must have been a camera fault. So that's why that was showing that. Because sometimes I'm doing a live stream and I cannot see myself on the camera, When I'm doing a live stream, I cannot see myself on the camera. So there is some problem with my camera. So I have to check and see what is the problem. The first thing today is I have to finish filling up my forms. I want to fill up my forms, keep the envelope ready, so it can be posted ASAP. When troubles come and my heart burden me. Crying time, crying time, crying time. Do, 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 but time has stood still since the day we part. I can't stop loving you. It's easy to say. I can't my life in dreams of yesterday. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Okay, then I think I will end my live stream. Okay. Thank you all for being over here. Love to all of you. And God bless you. Those who are going to sleep, have a good night's sleep. Those who have just woken up, may they have a wonderful day. And au revoir, hasta luego means see you again. So next live stream of mine, which will be only in the evening. So while you're all sleeping, so see you. And whoever is on the live stream, silent live stream, I will join. Whoever's on your silent live stream, I will join your live stream. So take care. Good night. God bless. Bye. Bye. Okay. I'll just put in a thank you note and then I will end. Okay, I've got my thank you note and pin it up. Replace pin message, of course, replace it. And end my live stream. So, bye. End it. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.